What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your man Chazz Ellis once again, and I made a video about 5 reasons why you shouldn't go 50-50. A lot of y'all like that video, but I got another one that some of y'all gonna like and some of y'all ain't gonna like. And it's 5 reasons why you should go 50-50. The first reason to go 50-50 is because you could go 100. Now, a lot of people will tell you not to go 50-50. Some of those people do have the financial wherewithal to go 50-50. Some of them do have the financial wherewithal to go 100, but most of them don't. Most of the time when people are telling you not to go 50-50, you don't be no roommate and all this kind of stuff, these are people who in a lot of cases are struggling, and there's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of times they're giving you advice when you got all kind of bread, you got money to stand on, and they're in a situation where they really don't, or they're doing a job they hate or working 3 jobs to be able to support themselves. So of course they don't want to be in a 50-50 situation because they want to start knocking down some of them jobs, knocking down some of those hours. But if you're in a situation where you're living off of investments, or you got bread like that, where you got an inheritance or something, why not use that to your advantage so you can pick the person you want regardless of what their financial situation is? And if they'll pay half of your bills, that's even better. It's really just a bonus since you balling like that. Reason number 2 to go 50-50 is because your network dictates it. You ain't around people that got no money. You just dreaming. You wishing. You wishing for somebody to pay all your bills. You wishing for somebody to buy you a car. You know, they had this thing called a wish sandwich for poor people. It's called, I wish I had some meat to go on this bread. And you don't, okay? So if you don't have it, then, and you don't know anybody who does, and that's not your network, you working on fries at the local Mickey D's, and you living in the hood, you living in the trailer park, and you talking about, I don't want to go 50-50, you don't even know anybody who can afford to go 50-50. That's the struggle right there. So finding somebody to go 50-50 is a blessing in your situation that you probably should take. I know social media, I know the television, and I know all the music videos and all the girls getting money and all that kind of stuff. That's going to tell you to reject that opportunity, but those people are on television. Those people are rich riding around in Ferraris, sunbathing on yachts. That's not your situation. You got here on a bike. You rode the bus. You got to be real with yourself about your network. Maybe one day you can find somebody who could pay 100. But right now, 50-50 and that low rent you paying, that's going to be a blessing. And you should probably take it. The number 3 reason why you should go 50-50 is because he's him. If you're with a person that's worth paying all of their bills if you had to, why would you mess that up so you can get with somebody who you don't really like that much just because they can pay your bills? The thing about it is, what if they lose their job? Now you got somebody you don't like and you got to pay the bills. I'm just saying, if you got somebody who the baseline of the relationship is you like them a lot, you really want to be with them, they're who you want, now all they need to do is get a couple dollars in their pocket. If you don't like the person, no matter how much money they have, you're still not going to like them. You're just going to be trapped in the lifestyle. Now you trying to scam. You over trying to see that, oh God, let me get a marriage. Let me have a baby. Then I can go find the person I want with that alimony and child support. Which makes sense. I mean, I'm not I'm not saying it's a terrible idea, but if you already got somebody that you like and want to be with, then leaving that situation to seek out the other one and then try to come back to the situation you really want, that may not work. And now you left bitter with a baby, and then when a dude go bankrupt or something like that and lose all his money, now you don't have anything. Now you just got a baby by somebody that you didn't like. You don't even like. You looking at the baby. The baby don't even. The baby not even looking right to you. You like, really? You look just like your dad. I'm being funny, but I'm just saying, So a lot of times what ends up happening is you find yourself in a worse situation because you never had somebody you liked in the first place. So if it's somebody you like and you got to go 50-50, even if you had to do more than that. If you really, really want to be with them, if that person has everything you're looking for except money, if you really see real potential confirmed by third parties, you might want to go ahead and invest in that situation because, hey, my homeboy constantly used to tell me, well, I'm calling my homeboy, he's a little older dude than me. He constantly tells me about the opportunity he had to invest in Google on the ground floor. He talks about how that's the worst decision he ever made in his life. And it was, because he ain't really doing that good now. But he ain't terrible, but he ain't Google good. You get what I'm saying? So think about that. When relationships can work like that too. If all you thinking about is money and who can take care of you and all that kind of stuff, sometimes you waste some of your best looking years where you had the best opportunity to get somebody you really liked. And if they blow up and start doing good, now you feel awful. Number 4 can piggyback what I was talking about before, confirmed upside. If you're with a person who has a confirmed upside, why would you not go 50-50? Why would you not go 100-0? You got to believe in yourself and that they would still want to rock with you like Savannah James and LeBron James type situation. See, he had a confirmed upside. If Dwayne Wade and his ex-wife, even though you're like, well, he left her and blah, blah, blah. You know how long she had to live a millionaire lifestyle? And even when she complaining and all that kind of stuff later on, she's still getting bread. Come on, man. She was living in the hood in Chicago. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. But you got to realize, like, even if you only got to live a multi-million-dollar lifestyle for a few years, coming from where you're from, that is incredible. It was worth it. I know you probably trying to rewrite history and say, oh, I could have been with somebody like this. You lived in the hood. That wasn't happening. The train you caught, that was it. Look, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I got to keep it real. All right, so if you got somebody with confirmed potential, that means that you're going to be able to have at least a few wonderful, amazing years off of that potential. Why would you not take that opportunity, especially if you're in a situation where you're going 50-50 because they're barely making money right now and you working at Wendy's. You working at Wendy's. You with somebody who got the potential like to go to the NBA. You got somebody that was in the Source magazine as one of the best up-and-coming rappers. You with somebody who's in medical school right now. If you with somebody in medical school and you work at Wendy's, why wouldn't you try to, I'm going to take my Wendy's check and pay the whole bill? I'm just being real with you. You working at Wendy's. Who are you going to find? You're lucky that you found somebody like that. You need to invest in that person. That brings me to number 5. Can you make a real investment? Can you guys invest together? If you can, do it. See, a lot of y'all listening to these people who already up and are they born into the best networks, or they got some kind of talent that threw them into the best networks. They up already. They got people offering them this, offering them that. They don't even need to get in a relationship. A lot of them, they don't even have relationships because they got bread to stand on. A lot of y'all are in a situation where this is your network. If you can invest in somebody, y'all can invest together, you might be able to get yourself out of poverty, lower middle class lifestyle, whatever your situation is that ain't where you want to be, together. But you're listening to people who are already there. You're listening to people who will never be there. You're listening to people who can't get somebody to pay 50-50 anyway. You listen to people who a lot of times in situations where they are not desirable to anybody. They telling you, oh, you shouldn't take 50-50 when they couldn't even get somebody. They couldn't even get somebody to be with them even if they paid all the bills. I'm not trying to be funny, but that's a real thing. There are a lot of women out here and men who couldn't get with somebody if they paid every bill for that person. If they paid off their student loans, if they got their jewelry out of hock, if they paid their car note off, if they paid off all their bad credit, they still couldn't get anyone. And for that reason, a lot of them are bitter and they want to tell you what to do and what not to do. Ultimately, you have to work a plan that works for you. You have to decide what is going to be best for your situation going forward. If it's building with somebody, doing 50-50, paying the bills, having them pay, whatever the situation, living in your mama's basement, whatever the move is for you and to have the happiest, most fulfilling relationship in life that you can have, you can't let somebody else tell you not to do it because it didn't work for them. That's like somebody telling you, oh man, you're going to try to open your own business. I opened my own business and it didn't work. Yeah, but I'm smarter than you. I'm harder working than you. I have better discernment than you. Don't ever put your life on mine, bro. Don't ever tell me not to open up a business because your business idea didn't work out or because it didn't work for you. You have nothing to do with me. That may sound arrogant, that may sound messed up, but you can't put your limitations on me. And that's the same way with relationships. Like I said with the 50-50, don't go 50-50. There's plenty of reasons not to go 50-50. There are plenty of reasons to go 50-50. You want to be invested in the relationship. You feel like it's a good relationship. Y'all want to both be invested on an equal level. Be willing to go 50-50. That's a good reason to do it. It makes them feel like you're invested. It makes you feel invested. There's nothing wrong with that. Cool, do it. If that's what you want to do. If you don't want to do it, that's fine also. But you got to make it your decision based on the things that work for you. Not based on people who are bitter, angry, and frustrated telling you what to do and what not to do.